Ay, ay, ay. You gotta love the colour of heather. Not quite pink, not quite purple, not quite blue. Not quite anything. Which is why it's so wonderful. Ah, the subtlety of nature. And in order to understand those subtleties, one must be patient. And this is the operating system of the cosmos, of nature herself. And I was just come up the Loch Humphrey there. And it's just a little bit of road before it veers onto the country path. And it's a single track lane. There's people walking on it with their children and dogs. I'm cycling up to the little path, which is about 100 metres away. And there's a car behind me. And he revs his engine. And I don't let him pass. Because to let him pass would be dangerous. There's people walking. It's a single track road. There's not enough room. I hold my finger down as if to indicate 1 minute. And I'll reach this turn. And then you can rev all you want. And he revs it again, and I just slow down almost to a stop. I get up to the little turn off, about 30 seconds later I stop. And it's, your professional man in his 60s in his little fat SUV. He leans out his window and he says, "Oh, that's a great example for cyclists." Oh, and I just shake my head and I point at his little gas chamber. And I say, and that's a great example for the environment. And I just shake my head and I head up the trail. And it's appalling, car drivers, and the level of retardation and the level of menace, not just the filth that they churn into this earth and they turn this earth into a grand car park when it's not a motorway. It's the menace. It's the complete lack of respect for those who choose not to filthy their environment. And that's what he said as I left and shook my head. He said, "I live here." And I wanted to go back and say, oh, so that gives you the right to shit all over your home, the fact that you live here. I mean, how small-minded can you get? And this is my big problem with car drivers, is that they come right up behind you like the stalking rapist. And even for someone like me who's been cycling for 50 years, I still avoid roads like the plague, because they are still a menace, even more so now, car drivers. And I feel for the older people that want to get on the bicycle, and they want to get out on their own hearts, their own steam. They want to reverse the filth that they've churned into the air. They've caused the air to become unbreathable for their children. And they can't, because they are feared of these menacing car drivers who come right up behind you, who rev their engine and who have no patience whatsoever. And so we need to get rid of this car driver. They're not human. You are not human when you filthy your home, when you divest yourself of your own body. You are nobody when you say no to your body, when you say piss off to your own heart, and when you think you have a right to filthy your home. You are not human. You have to take a leaf out the book of the Huichol from northwestern Mexico, the Sierra Madre, and they say if you don't behave like Huichol, you're not Huichol. And so if you're not in touch with your own body, if you're not in touch with nature, with your home, organically, intimately, sensitively, then you're not human. You're a machine, you're an algorithm of the capitalist system. And so you need to get out of that algorithm and get back into your own humanity. And you can only do that by getting out of the gas chamber, getting out of the machines, and back in to your own body via nature. And via the not quite anything.